all the way from London. Now we move on to our next story. Russia launched a deadly wave of drones and missiles on Ukraine overnight, killing at least 8 civilians, most of them in the capital, Kyiv. In one residential block, explosions tore through the building, throwing people from their beds, windows shattered, and smoke-filled homes across the city. Here's what one of the locals and spokesperson for the State Emergency Service of Ukraine had to say.
Був отбой, а потім різко знов тривога. Я вже проснулась, не спала. Вийшла в туалет, коли зайшла в кімнату, чую, що летить. Розумію, що прямо над нами. І тут зразу вибух, воно буквально всіпить. Це, звісно, жах. Помню, зразу волною відкинула до дверей. Тут вікна полетіли.
Сьогодні внаслідок нічної атаки рятувальники у столиці працювали на 15 локаціях. Наразі рятувальники працюють на 2 локаціях. Це та локація і цивільна інфраструктура. Загалом зараз залучено на 2 локаціях 400 чоловік особового складу, а також 100 одиниць основної та спеціальної техніки.
Ukraine's Interior Ministry said 7 people died in Kyiv and 1 in Bila Tserkva, just outside the capital. President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russia used 352 drones and 16 missiles, some reportedly supplied by Iran and North Korea. He warned this growing alliance of Moscow, Tehran, and Pyongyang poses a wider threat to neighboring nations. As the strikes continued, Zelensky arrived in London for high-level talks with British leaders, including Prime Minister Keir Starmer and King Charles. He's also meeting military trainees and pushing for more defense support ahead of this week's NATO summit in The Hague. Meanwhile, Moscow claims its precision strikes targeted Ukrainian defense facilities, but images from Kyiv show homes, not weapons, reduced to rubble. Russia also said it downed 23 Ukrainian drones over its western regions. Ukraine insists its counter-strikes are proportional responses to Russia's attacks on civilians. Peace talks remain stalled, and as the war nears its 3rd year, the road to resolution looks more distant than ever. Now we have guests joining us for this discussion. Dr. Sergei Dvoryanov is a president of IDC Russia and director of WHD International Board, joining us live from Moscow. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to NewsX World. How does Russia justify striking residential blocks in Kyiv? Is there any military objective that warrants these civilian casualties?
First of all, regarding the killing of civilians, we should receive some real approval of this information. All conditions of our country to remove this Nazi movement inside Ukraine, which is not acceptable according to the international law, especially this year, year of celebration of jubileum of the Great Patriotic War, 80 years back, we defeat this Nazi movement inside Europe, and we, thanks to God, we save all our human civilization. That it was a big contribution of our nation. And right now, of course, we should take care about this is our responsibility, our historical mission.
And do these attacks reflect a shift in Russia's strategy from military targets to urban pressure campaigns?
Yes, but see, the conditions to bring peace to Ukraine is very, very simple. We always announce it. First of all, we should prepare some agreements that Ukraine will never join to NATO. Second condition is very important. Ukraine should be has some special state, not military state and position. And second, very important condition: we should remove all Nazi movement inside Ukraine, We should allow to all Russian-speaking population to be a part of the citizens of Ukraine. Our Russian language should be allowed and legal exist in the political system inside Ukraine. It's very simple condition. And also, right now, we can see that President-elect Zelensky, ex-president, former president, he was not re-elected again. And that's why it should be a very legal election inside Ukraine where the next politician, next political leader, very responsible leader should be appear on the stage and take care about the future of Ukrainian nation.
Thank you, Dr. Sergey, for joining us today. Now we move on to our next story.